Yeah, I'm drifting it. That's what happens in this video. That's what the title is all about.
Bahamas with an Bahamas. It's one of the newest exclusive hotels.
Let me drive the boat.
Anyway, welcome back everyone to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 4, and welcome to the Chevy Corvette C8. Now this one's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be a lot different to the previous generations of the Corvette. And that is... oh, there's a big old truck coming at me. There he goes. It's very different because this is mid-engine. It's no longer a front-engine rear-wheel drive car anymore. It's now mid-engine, like a Ferrari, everyone. Yes, that's right. It is like a Ferrari. It is mid-engine and rear-wheel drive. So this should be kind of fun to drive. I'll have to say that. There is one car that I want to compare it to, especially since we're doing the whole drifting thing and all that stuff. There's one car I really want to compare it to, and that is the Ferrari Pista. Now the Pista, when this came out, I turned this thing into a drift car and I absolutely adored it. This is the best mid-engine rear-wheel drive car that I have drifted. It's beautiful to drive. I absolutely love driving this thing. And I guess that's gonna be, like, I made a video on it obviously when it came out, so if you want to watch that, you can watch it. But I absolutely love this car. So what I think, and even just the 458 itself, just driving that stock, it is so much fun. It's like one of my favorite cars to drive around stock. Now, the thing is, can this Corvette match the Italians? Can it match the Italians? It's got a lot of power going to the rear wheels, obviously. It's very V8-y, meaty sounding. Obviously the Ferraris are V8 as well, but this is a American V8, you know what I mean? It's a cool V8. This is literally just a muscle car turned. It's kind of nice. It's actually very well balanced. It seems to drive quite nice. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and modify the shit out of this thing and turn it into a drift car, but yeah, just like this, it's not a bad car at all. Like I said, quite balanced. Pretty poised. Obviously, if I want to put the back out, I can put the back out, just floor it like that. I just sort of flick it, but overall, it is a nice car to drive. Again, it's just easy. Mid-engine cars are just so easy to drive. Like, to drive hard. You don't need all-wheel drive or anything. It's just so easy to control. The front end is nice and light. You don't have an engine there. It's like, you sort of... I don't know. The center balance is different, which makes it so easy to, like, change direction. It's just nice. It's just nice to drive. So yeah, this is the new Corvette. Actually, let's have a little bit of a closer look at it, because obviously it's brand new. I don't think it's been added in a lot of the games yet. But yeah, very angular. Lots and lots of... well, angles, like I said, even the exhaust have angles. It's square instead of rounded off. But yeah, I think it looks very nice, to be honest. It definitely still looks like a Corvette, especially from the front end. If you looked at this, let's say from this angle right here, you could still say that there's an engine there. You can literally still say that there's an engine there. Just like the old Stingray. It just doesn't, it's not like crazy. It's not like the ZR1 or whatever, where it has like the, you know, bonnet scoops and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, if it's compared to like the last generation, the C7 Stingray, it's very comparable. But then when you go and you look at the back end, and it's so much longer, the person sitting a lot more, well, the person sitting where he's supposed to be sitting is just from here back. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and you can sort of tell that there's a big old LS there. I'm pretty sure it's an LS in this one as well. But yeah, there's a Corvette engine there. All right, well, I like it. I like the way it looks. I think it looks quite nice. I think the old Corvettes looked nice as well. I think the C5 is probably my favorite looking Corvette. I think the C5 is my favorite Corvette, if I'd have to pick one. Anything crazy in this? No? No, I guess not. Alright, cool. Well, let's jump into the festival. And let's mess around with this thing. Let's modify it. Let's see what we can do to it. Obviously, it's gonna give us drift suspension options. Am I right in saying that? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, cool. We can engine swap it. Oh my god, there's a lot of engines. So we have a 7-liter V8, we have a 5.2 V10, we have a 6.5-liter V12, we have a racing V12, and we have a racing 7.2-liter V8. Now, I'm going to keep the standard engine that's in it now. I will also supercharge it. I don't want to turbocharge it. I mean, I know we'll get more power if I twin turbo and all that, but that's fine. Stock, by the way, this makes 495 horsepower, 1,623 kilos. Not bad. Torque is good too. Obviously with the supercharger, it's going to bring that up quite a bit, which is what I was hoping would happen. Yeah, I don't really want to do anything to the back end. I think that the wing is a nice touch as well, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. As for our wheels, I feel like they're a bit too small. I thought, is that just me? Am I the only one who thinks that? The wheels are just a little bit too small? I'm going to put race tires on it because it's going to be all power going to the rear wheels. I'm going to also make it so it has a stupid amount of grip. Because I also do think that we're going to be putting down some serious power with this thing. And then for the wheels, like, I don't really know what to pick for this thing. I mean, I like how, you know, how these wheels look. It's just, I feel like they're a bit too small. They just don't fill out the arches. And it's not even like the wheel size. It's like the wheel and tire size together. Or maybe once I lower it, it'd be much nicer. Also, these ADV ones look sick. I'm actually really, really big fan of these ADV ones. I just randomly, like, went on them. I didn't really want to go on them properly. Anyway, 20-inch or 21-inch on the rear. Our track width, I'm going to bring that out as far as possible for the front and the rear. It's really, really tall right now. So we're going to have to bring that right height down by a lot. Obviously, everything else we'll put into race spec. Get this guy to be a little lighter, as well as having a handle a lot better. Yeah, it's lower now. Oh my god, there's like... there's so much camber on the front wheels. Jesus. I still wish it could go lower. Really? Okay, anyway. 1,311 kilos. Okay, cool. Let's just blast up the power now. Let's see. I don't need this thing to have like 2,000 horsepower or whatever. I just want this thing to have a little bit more power, especially since we put race tires on it. And I want the slide pretty much. I want to be able to take this thing out of it. So it has 1,088 horsepower, 1,224 newton meters of torque, which is very good. And then it weighs 1,300 kilos. Our front to rear weight distribution is 43% of the front, so it's a little bit rear heavy. But that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Wait, what is it like if I add a cage to it? Because the cage should yeah, it just doesn't make much of a difference. Alright, we'll leave it like this. Again, because it's rear heavy, the front end is going to be super, super light, and we'll see the way it changes direction and all that stuff, so yeah, anyway. It's kind of fast. It's got 8 gears, don't really need 8 gears. I'll leave everything the way it is now. I'm not even going to touch it at all. The only thing I'm going to change is the diff, which I'm going to just bring that up to 100%, like that. But that's literally it. Alright, let's drive this thing now and see what it's like. I'm also really happy that they added this car in the summer season. Ooh. Yeah, those 8 gears are weird because I'm now drifting in fourth. Which seems kind of normal because it's got 8 gears, but using like 3rd, 4th, and 5th to drift. It's a fast car. This is... Brakes are good too. Obviously I'm on race tires. I like it. Not a fan of the gear ratios, but I like this thing. 5th gears now is just a bit too long, and 4th gear is just not long enough. It's 5th, struggling. Yeah. handling wise, very, very good. I'm somewhat tandeming with a Super here. I like it. I genuinely really like this thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with my setup a tiny bit here. One sec. Alright, let's have a look and see what we can do. And try to see if I can make it better, especially the gear ratios. So I guess I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's try this again. Made the gear ratio slightly shorter because I think 5th gear would be perfect. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I went a little bit too slow there. Okay, just tiny bit too slow. Tiny bit too slow. I forgot I'm on race tires with this thing. I thought I was on drag for a second. So for these shorter corners, I'm perfectly fine with using 4th, but then once I hit the longer corners, I just wanted to use 5th. Because 4th was just too short for some of these corners. And now these gears are a little better. 5th is actually usable. It's really nice. I don't know why I decided to leave it that long. Just on a handbrake. I just wanted to see what would happen. This is what this is about, me testing this thing out, seeing what it's like. Doing different things. Oh, speaking of Ferrari, hello. A little wide there. That's okay. It's definitely not lacking power. Like, this is more than enough power to keep it sliding very smoothly. It's easy. It's easy to drive. I like it being mid-engine. Front end is very responsive. I can flick it back and forward whenever I want. I don't have any feeling of, like, you know, losing control of it and having it, like, just spin out on me. I'm gonna try to see if I can force it to spin out. There we go. There you go. You can see what sort of angle it decides to, like, try to spin out. It's a sick car. I like it. I definitely recommend you guys try it out yourselves. Brand new C8 Corvette. For the people that don't know how to get this thing, just go into the festival playlist and then just do the race. It's right here. It's this one. It's the Find New Roads race. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice car to drive. Again, I knew because it was going to be mid-engine that it's going to be, like, super easy to control, especially when you're racing. I think this thing is sick, just even completely stock. It's very nice to drive. You just have that tiny hint of oversteer. It's good car. I like it. Right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, of course subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 420,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And yeah, if you guys, like I said, enjoy the video, like it, comment, share it, do whatever it is that you guys want to do. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys there with the brand new Corvette added to Forza. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.